Paintball Massacre was released in 2020. This is directed by Darren Berry. It's written by Chris Regan, and we have a cast including Katy Brand, Lee Latchford-Evans, Natasha Killip, and various others. And this is described on Wikipedia and possibly IMDb. Yes, also IMDb, as a comedy horror. And while I will say it's not a straight up horror, there are some lighter moments. I wouldn't necessarily call it a comedy. I didn't particularly find it to be a funny film. And in general, it was okay. It's about a group of people coming together to go paintballing, and there is a killer. And as a concept, I quite like it. I thought it worked quite well as a story, as a narrative. I will say the characters didn't seem as panicked as I would have expected them to be. You go on this paintballing adventure, you don't expect people to start being killed. Personally, I would be panicking a lot. So I didn't necessarily find it very believable in certain ways with some of the characters' reactions. But other than that, the story itself does make sense, and I think it flows well. The pacing is not too bad. It was maybe a little slow to begin with, but once it got going, it was okay. We have some really nice, beautiful outdoor locations, gorgeous scenery. According to Wikipedia, it was filmed in Somerset, at the Sparkford Inn near Yeovil, and in a quarry at Ratstock. So we have some nice filming locations, which definitely works in the film's favour. We have some generally good performances, the music's quite good, the camera works fine. It's a pleasant enough experience. It's certainly a watchable film. So if the concept sounds interesting to you, then I'd say certainly give it a go. The biggest issue I have is that I just don't think the characters were necessarily reacting in the way that I would have expected, so it was a little hard to buy into it. But it wasn't a huge deal. That being said, while it is a good film, it's not really a horror because it's not really scary. There are some moments where it's quite intense, of course. There's a killer. People don't know what's going on. That in itself, I guess, is scary, but it doesn't have a lot of horror elements. And I don't particularly think it's a funny film either. So it's kind of in the middle. If you're looking for a scary film, this isn't it. If you're looking for a funny film, comedy is subjective, but personally, I wouldn't recommend it for that. But if the concept sounds interesting to you, or if you're just looking for something that's, all things considered, quite an easy watch, and you're either wanting something on in the background while you're doing other things, or you're not in the mood for something that requires too much concentration, then maybe Paintball Massacre is worth watching. It's not perfect, but it is watchable, and if it sounds like the film for you, then I'd say maybe it's worth watching.